Yeah, if Peter Dinklage is for little people, Al Pacino is for us.
Jesus Christ.
Thanks, Al.
Hey guys,
Everybody.
what's going on? We got episode 2 of The Godfather going on right now. We got Brandon here, obviously Jojo, Arturo,
Hey.
aka Clemenza.
Ah.
Yeah. But thanks again for sticking around. We've got episode 2 of The Godfather coming on right now. Appreciate it. Stay tuned.
Brandon and I were talking about this yesterday because I rewatched it last night because I've seen this movie a million times. It doesn't matter, but I was just rewatching it last night, and so there's that scene where Pete Clemenza is making sauce.
Yeah.
And he tells me, hey, come here, kid. Let me show you something. You're going to have to cook for 20 guys, whatever. So he makes the sauce. He's got a big pot, and he's throwing, cans of tomato sauce and tomato paste and whatever. Now, it's you blink and you miss it. But at the very end of that scene, when he's like, hey, what are you screwing around for, whatever. And then after he piles in the meat, after he piles in the sauce, after he does whatever, right at the end, you see Santino break off a chunk of bread and start dipping it in the thing. He just put wine and sugar. It's not even hot. It's room temperature cans of shit. You dump tomato cans.
Yeah.
He's like,
and the meat, he didn't just cook that.
Yeah.
That meat's been out for 30 minutes while they were doing other things. Room temperature meat.
I didn't even think about that. I remember
and you go, what? So Sonny dipped his chunk of bread in the
Sugary
wine on the top of some room temperature cans of tomatoes, and while he was gonna eat it, and be like, yeah, I'm fucking Sonny.
This is fucking Italian.
Yeah, well, this tastes great. Good job, Clemenza. But you see him do it, and I'm like, he just made it. It hadn't even warmed up yet. It's not even warm.
Wow.
It was just a funny thing. It was just
Have you
a
seen
funny
the Irishman where they're just dipping their bread in the wine? They're just so old. They're just like.
No. Fuck that movie. I hated that movie.
That movie was so funny.
Movie?
Irishman. It was like Martin Scorsese's.
Scorsese's
most recent mob movie.
most recent mob
Wasn't
movie.
that with
the actors were as old as Scorsese?
Yeah, Pacino's in it.
Pesci, Robert De Niro. They're all in it.
Robert De Niro, Irishman. Robert De Niro they did an audition for him being Sonny. So there's footage of Robert De Niro.
But he comes out in the second
You gotta
one.
get up close like this, bada bing. So
be
Robert
Sonny.
De Niro, he auditioned for it. Now he was gonna be. There's these
I could
different things.
see him do it. I could see him do it.
Yeah, but he did a really good job playing young Vito in one of the later movies.
Yeah, I think that was better.
Yeah, James Caan is perfect.
He was the
Oh, dude,
cocky
he's so
big
good.
dick motherfucker that needed
I
to
like
play
that.
Sonny.
You need him to be tough as fuck. And
Yes.
then Michael's like, dude, Al Pacino is only an inch taller than me. He's
He's a short guy.
He's little, yeah. So having him be the Don, for us short kings, it's a breath of fresh air to see us not getting
One
made.
of us is on top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, Pacino's our guy.
He's the leader of all this.
He's the leader.
He's the Don of the.
Yeah, if Peter Dinklage is for little
He's
people,
the Don.
Al Pacino is for us.
Jesus Christ.
Thanks, Al. We love you, man. So seeing him be fucking Michael Corleone.
Wait, he's an inch taller than you?
He's 5'6".
Gotcha.
I looked it up.
I think Tom Cruise is 5'7" or something.
Tom
Talk
Cruise, I think,
about
is
Tom Cruise, bro.
Tom Cruise.
King Tom Cruise.
I think Joseph loves Tom Cruise.
I love Scientology.
I think Joseph loves the Minority
This,
Report because it's minorities.
This movie is being paid for, sponsored by Scientology. Watch. No, I can't. I actually can't put that in because they might sue us. They sue
The
everybody.
Church of Satan.
Yeah, they sue everybody.
They're very strong in their litigation.
We're going to have to cut Tom Cruise. We can't even say Tom Cruise.
Damn.
I'm sure.
Tom Cruise is our guy. Hashtag short king. He's like, I'm not short. I'm 6 foot.
So I've been watching, and I don't want to talk too much about it, but I've been watching this show called The Offer. And it's actually pretty interesting. It talks about a lot of the behind-the-scenes stuff about the making of The Godfather.
Oh yeah, I was seeing that recently.
Yeah.
What is
So-
it on?
It's on Paramount.
Okay.
Yeah. But what was really cool is that there was, in making the movie, there was a lot of mob stuff that was going on, and they did not want this movie to be made, like, at all. There was an organization called the Italian Committee something. It's basically an organization trying to, I guess, stop certain
representation of
right.
Italians.
Right, yeah. And they felt that this movie was going to be a really negative representation of Italians. And so the producer, Al Ruddy is his name, he actually gets, meets with the mob. And he has so much respect for him. He's like, look, hey, I'm going to make this movie, and I promise you it's going to be done well. It's not going to misrepresent Italians in any way. It's all about family. And I want it to be, that's the focal point here. So I have some meetings, and one thing I do remember is that the mob did not want the word mafia in the movie at all. So that was one kind of agreement that they had between the producer and the mob, was like, the word mafia can't be in the movie at all. And so they agreed.
Yeah, they call them the families, or
Right.
The 5 families.
Right. And even I don't think it aids, or it diminishes the movie by not having that word in there.
No.
Yeah, but it's actually it's a pretty cool show, because you get to learn a lot about stuff that you wouldn't even think of. So I think we were talking a little bit about it. Did you know that there was an actual mob?
No, I didn't know that. The actual person weren't direct in the movie.
Luca Brasi.
Yeah, so Luca Brasi, he was
like an enforcer for some family.
Yeah, he was an arsonist.
Wow.
He would do he would put a candle on a cuckoo clock.
Yeah.
So every time the 5 o'clock hit, it would knock over the candle and burn the whole place down. Yeah, that's Luca Brasi.
That's cool as fuck.
That's cool. Yeah.
And he was so nervous during his scenes with Brando, because he's not an actor,
Yeah.
And so him being
he's
all
gonna start fires.
yeah, he doesn't know anything about acting. So he's all nervous talking to him, and you think, oh, it's just this guy because he's talking to his boss,
Yeah.
But it's really just this actor, this guy not really.
This real hitman talking to fucking
Yes.
Marlon Brando.
Yeah, this guy's like an actual tough motherfucker, and he's like, I don't want to know what to say
Right.
Marlon Brando.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about Marlon Brando. There is some funny shit about Marlon Brando, like the actor, not
in just the movie or
just
in
overall,
general?
but
Him as a person.
with this movie.
Because I'll go off on Marlon.
No,
Brando.
with this, I don't want to get distracted. Let's talk about Godfather, just the Godfather. Okay, so apparently, he was known for being, of course, and everyone will agree that he's just one of the greatest actors of all time, especially at that time.
Yeah.
Okay, so things move around, whatever. But he was notorious for being really, really difficult to work with.
Mm-hmm.
So he would show up late, or he would destroy takes, and he would just be doing his own thing and forgetting his lines and whatever. But when he turned it on, it was on. But very hard to work with. But they wanted Marlon Brando to be in this movie, so they made him pay I think it was $1 million. They had it put aside so that if he was going to be in this movie, and it made the production run longer or do several takes or whatever, that however much that costs was going to come out of his account, his misbehavior account.
Wow.
Yeah. So he was like, I don't want to lose that, because he was going to get it back at the end, unless he fucked up a lot. So I don't know how it ended up. I don't know how much he lost, or if he got it back, or he probably didn't.
Do you think that was legit, or was that just a
No,
threat?
that happened. They made him put up a bond for his misbehavior, because they were like, dude, we this is already going over budget. We want you, but you cannot make this difficult. We need to get this done.
Oh damn.
Yeah, because he was such a fucking nightmare. Now, I'll
It's like
probably
Chris
put it. I'll
Farley.
probably put it somewhere on the screen right here.
It's like Chris Farley.
That Marlon Brando would forget it, or just not even learn lines. It's what am I supposed to say? And then he'll just do it. And imagine working with him as an actor. So there's a really, really funny picture of Robert Duvall, Gus, with a poster board across his chest with Marlon Brando's lines on it. So he's standing there like this. I'll put the picture on the screen. You guys can look at it later. That it's Robert Duvall like this with a poster board across his torso And Marlon Brando in the movie, whenever you see him, like, he looks like he's thinking, or he's looking like it looks like he's like, he's like thinking about what he's going to say. And this fool won
Best Actor for
and he was looking at Robert Duvall's chest to remember what his line was.
Oh my god.
So there's a picture of that, and there was like, and apparently he did this the whole time. They would just be poster boards of his lines all over the place. So there's a part where he's talking to Michael in the yard. And they're in the back of the house, and they're outside.
It's a giant billboard with this fucking...
No, it's almost as funny as that. It's a poster board that's in the trees. They put it in the trees.
Oh my god.
So you see him kind of looking off. He's like looking up at his line. Isn't that fucking hilarious? I thought that was so funny.
He said he won Best Actor for this.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Imagine that. What did they say? Chris Farley's the same way. Like, he wouldn't remind his lines, but when he was action, he remember everything. This guy will be fucked up on alcohol, pills, whatever.
Cocaine.
Damn, it's crazy, bro.
And the book, the script was pretty spot on with the book. A lot of it was pretty much the same wording. So I imagine that when they're making this film, the Coppola and Puzo was really adamant that these lines need to be said exactly as such.
Yeah,
so that doesn't surprise me that they did that.
Let me tell you myself.
I know he was so difficult to work with that when he showed up to Apocalypse Now, he was like 40 pounds overweight to what they wanted. And they're like, what the fuck, dude?
He's like, well, do you want me to be on the movie or not? Yeah, he was notorious for being really difficult.
And I can kind of see why, because I did acting and stuff, and there are some actors that believe that all you need to memorize is what's called the beats. And by a beat, it's like the feeling or the emotion at that point. So, like, as long as you memorize those emotions of what the character's going through, then you don't need to worry about the lines. And I don't know if that's why Marlon Brando does that. I don't think so. It just sounds like he's just...
He was success and ego.
Right,
and yeah.
right. But there are some actors that are out there.
So did you notice, so there's a big thing that happens in the book that's unique to this that's not in the movie, is it's told a little bit out of order. And in the movie, it's chronological. It's this happens, this happens, this happens. But in the book, do you remember some of the scenes? Yeah, there's some scenes that, like, for instance, when Luca Brasi gets killed, that and the meeting with Sollozzo, they happen in different order. And then there's the part where Sonny gets killed. It jumps to the scene where Vito's talking to he's talking to the Undertaker. He talks to the Undertaker from the beginning of the movie. Remember?
Yeah.
So that scene happens, and you're going, wait, what? And he's like, you don't know that it's Sonny dead yet. So he's just talking. He's like, look what they did to my boy. And then it goes to the scene where he's gonna go fuck up his brother-in-law. And they shoot him.
Yeah.
So
it puts you in suspense.
Yeah, it is. You go, what happened? And then you get to see what happened. So it's not. It doesn't. In the movie, it's chronological. It's like this happens. This happens.
And I think that's why for me, like, because I don't read books. I do like the audiobooks, and I feel like for this, it was really easy to kind of burn through because it is written that way. And even though I know the story, I've seen the movie before I read it. Even so, I was like, oh, dude, what? They're already jumping ahead to this part? Why is that? And, like, I'm curious to know. So it was really easy to kind of burn through.
That's cool.
It actually is effective.
It really is, yeah.
Because you're like, oh, shit, who's that?
Yeah, what's going on? And then you go, oh, that's how it happened. Going, oh, that's how it happened is also an interesting emotional thing when you're reading, where you go, oh, this is why it ended up here, as opposed to seeing it happen and going, okay, this is just like the logical end point of that.
Right.
Seeing it kind of out of turn. I did want to say also that this is you guys met my dad before, right?
Yeah.
My dad does not read fiction at all. The only books, Dad, if you're watching, that he has are like Rich Dad Poor Dad, like How to Invest Your Money, like books about business. He never read for fun. This is the only book for fun that he had.
Is that his copy?
And this is his copy, and it's old and it's beat up, and I think it's from like 1970 something.
That's sweet, dude. I just want to talk about the cover too. The book is incredible.
Yeah, the puppet.
Yeah.
It's supposed to represent both the fact that he's pulling the strings,
right,
but then it's also supposed to be a little bit of a hint of a cross because of Catholicism. It's called the Godfather. So there's some symbolism there. But yeah, this is my dad's old copy.
I don't know why.
And I've had this
too, how he takes everyone out
forever.
and he's over there tasting the baby. He has nothing to do with it.
Dude,
That is so.
it is badass.
That's some power, man. Like.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even think his son took out the grandpa. Because he was spraying that chemical stuff. Like,
This is water, bro.
he's all...
You wouldn't give him chemical. Maybe back in the 40s.
I'm surprised we haven't talked about the scene in the movie. Like,
The horse?
Yeah. Like, that is such a huge... And, dude, it's overdone. To me, it needs to stop.
It's referenced.
It's referenced so everywhere, and it's annoying. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, this movie in general is
Oh, yeah,
constantly
absolutely.
getting
Yeah.
parodied and whatever.
Hey,
Homage.
but that means they killed his main horse, man. Like the horse.
Okay, so yeah,
$1 million horse.
Oh yeah, you were gonna do that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's you guys reminded me of it. Well, two things. First off, that's not how it happens in the book. It's not physically in the bed with him. He wakes up and sees it
and,
like on a piece of furniture in his room.
Okay.
So I don't know why they chose to actually put it in his bed. I mean, maybe I read it wrong. Did you read it that way? Because I was like, it doesn't say like he wakes up and he's just sticky with blood.
I
don't think so, bro.
That there was blood.
I don't think
remember,
so.
But
I think he looks over and
The first
sees.
time I saw that,
he's like, what the
him.
fuck is that? Like
Right.
looking across the room.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, I like how
seeing,
he's
a
like
cut
looking.
open head.
He's so
like in
confused.
his room.
He thinks
It's an
like
effective shot because he thinks he got hurt.
Yeah,
yeah.
I thought he just stabbed him.
Yeah. And then you see that it's the cartoon, the racehorse. So I did the inflation stuff because he tells Tom, he's like, hey, come on, Tom, let's go look at my horse. And he's like, I spent $600,000 on it. And I went in the computer and $600,000 for the time, 1946 or 45, whatever this is, is equal to $9 million now.
Whoa. That's crazy.
Yeah, $9,500,000 in today's money.
Sounds about
So-
right for racehorses.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you go, what? All right.
Well, wasn't he a breeder? Or doesn't he sleep with the horses?
He's
Or
a
he was,
stud. Yeah.
No, well, he's a racehorse that he bought, and he's like, I'm not gonna race him. I'm gonna use him to make more horses.
Yeah, he's gonna stud him out.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's.
One
fast, right?
fact about
He's fast.
that director in the book, he was disgusting. He was all about little kids.
Yeah, it's implied that he's sleeping with a very she's 12.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
Yes.
well, but I mean, that's Hollywood now. These guys are all getting caught doing shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, the other thing with him is you find out why he has so much power is because he's in bed with the government. He's making propaganda movies for America.
Oh yeah.
That's one of the things they mention that they don't do in the movie, or you just don't know. But one of the reasons why Johnny doesn't
That's
get
why
the,
he feels so like, oh, I'm big cock. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that's why he's like,
wasn't afraid
well,
of
I'm not
him.
no band leader.
Yeah.
That actor was pretty good.
No, he
Like,
was.
He was.
Like,
You wanted to hit him in the fucking jaw.
Oh yeah, dude.
dude, I'm
Yeah, that's
man, I wanted to kill him. I was like, this dude,
dude.
he's walking around like he's big shit. But if he works for the government, I mean,
Yeah,
Of course
he
you're
makes
gonna-
propaganda
you're gonna
movies.
feel like
Dude, the
this
book.
shit.
I'm glad. Should we read a couple of the lines from here because it's fucking crazy.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
It's
please
the
do.
great. It's the stuff that made me laugh. What does it smell like? Saffron and licorice.
Oh gosh, I gotta smell this.
Oh yeah.
So what
What's
is
that?
this called again?
Smells like yellow fruit.
Strega. That's what they drink in the book.
That's what they
Oh.
breathe.
Dude, might as well breathe it. Are you gonna pour salt ones or what?
Yeah, he wanted to smell it. Smells like pine salt.
Dude, it's dude, it literally
Smells
smells
like
like
pine salt.
my abuelita
Fabuloso.
would clean with that. And dude, yeah, it's like if
Yeah,
Fabuloso
I
and
saw that.
Pine
Okay.
Sol had a baby.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
That's
Yes.
what it smells
Oh shit.
like. Dude,
Alright.
You ready?
Let's go drink some of the
It's got the
Fabuloso.
viscosity of Fabuloso.
just pour me like a little bit, bro.
You, know,
Yeah,
just
that's
you
what-
just want to
just
taste
a
it.
little.
Well, you're gonna try the.
Here. I'll give him some of mine. I think
You're
got
gonna have that much?
mine. Yeah, bro.
You're supposed to
I was
just
gonna
sip
take a
this?
shot.
Yeah, you're supposed to sip it. I'm not. Are you gonna take a shot? I'm not taking a shot.
Oh,
If you
just
don't know
sip
what
it?
it tastes
Oh,
like.
I don't know.
What you gave me, dude? What you
Nothing.
gave me? Like, low key.
What do you want? Like, I think you want a little taste.
Yeah, that's a taste.
That's a taste, dude. You gave me like 5 drops.
Dude, that's a... Okay.
We're just sipping it.
Bro.
I'm gonna sip it. Yeah, y'all can shoot at yours if you want, but
No,
I'm not gonna shoot something I don't know what it tastes like.
Yeah.
Hey,
Cheers.
Centani.
Centani. Hey. Oh man. Yeah. Do not like that.
It's like Jaeger.
Oh, it's worse than Jaeger.
Oh man.
Oh,
that's
it's
like,
worse.
No way.
That's like drinking. That's what I imagine. Sonny dipped that sugary.
Yeah, right.
It's what the wine tastes like with the bread.
Yes.
I bet you
Oh,
tastes good with the bread.
Oh man,
So they like have a meeting and they taste this.
dude, this can't be what they just.
Yes, they do. It says Strega.
This
I
is-
bought this
this-
exact thing.
This tastes like something that is needs.
But
to
they
be, like,
have
mixed
little.
with it.
They have little glasses.
Wow.
So it makes it better. The little glass.
Oh man, that is awful.
Yeah, I don't like that at all.
It's like Jaeger, bro.
It's like
It's like the worst Jaeger. Jaeger
It's so
actually is not
thick.
bad.
It's so sugary.
yeah,
and
it's like
thick.
syrup.
Yeah, it is tastes like
Yeah.
syrup. That's why I'm saying it feels like it should be mixed with something.
Hey man, we tried it.
No wonder those guys are fat.
Bro, look in the glass. It's
Yeah.
so
That's
like
why they get little bellies. All
Yeah,
that,
dude.
all that damn sugar, bro.
see the bubbles just
Yeah.
pop.
Italian food is unhealthy, bro. Pasta. is
I'm not
just-
too crazy about pasta either, so.
Clemenza would be mad at you. All right, let me read a couple
Bro,
of these.
he is Clemenza, man.
Oh yeah, all right.
Sorry, bro. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna be.
Dude, Clemenza's awesome.
He goes,
Dude,
I want to be
he's
Michael.
Yes.
So what's your favorite death in
I
the?
think I have the most cojones to do it.
My favorite death.
Mm-hmm.
Mine would be Sonny's.
Okay.
If I had to guess which one you'd pick, it would have been Sonny's.
Yeah, you definitely would be something.
No, dude. McCluskey.
The
When
cop
they're eating and he gets shot in the head and the throat, and then he fucking bangs his
that's
head on
hit
the.
him in the head.
Yeah.
The
That's
table
a pretty
flips.
good one too.
Yeah, that's a great death.
I like Salazzo's because it's just like boom and like his head is like back. It just looks.
I like the camera shot of one of the 5 family members, the dude that gets
yeah.
stuck in the revolving door and he locks him.
Oh,
and there's
yeah.
just that glass scene and the glass
That's a
gets
great-
more
Can
and
I
more
change mine?
bloody. Huh?
Can I change mine? Can I change mine to that?
Yeah.
Or
He's like, ah!
I forgot
He's in
about
his white
the-
suit. He gets shot, and the fucking glass is breaking like the camera
It's
glass.
a great shot.
Yeah,
That
it's a
is
great
cool.
shot. I don't know how they did it, but it fucking looks great.
You are absolutely right.
Yeah,
I want to change mine.
yeah.
I'm gonna change mine to that.
I still like Sonny's.
Sonny's is cool.
Yeah.
The
fucked him
the
up.
shot where he kills Mo Green.
Oh, where he's right
He's getting a
to the fucking
massage,
eye.
and in
Yeah.
the shot, the
What's
squib
his
is
eye?
in the glasses.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a cool one.
That's a good death.
Shots of mine.
You know what that's called in the book? That scene where he kills all the 5 families. They call it the baptism of fire.
Really?
Yeah, it's called the baptism of fire.
That's cool.
That's cool.
That's like the name for it.
I like how he was cleaning his sins and he's committing sins.
Yeah, that's the juxtaposition between who these guys are, like here, and
Phil, that
who they are behind
scene-
it.
Yeah.
And all the penis. George R. Martin is really pulling from The
Yeah.
Godfather.
Hmm You could tell he's a big Godfather fan.
Yeah.
Jeez, dude.
But yeah, that's
Big vaginas and big old cocks.
such a. I'm so glad they left that out.
Yeah, dude, that was just.
Imagine
too
being in the
much.
movie, right? That's like, oh, come on.
Is so. Let me ask you.
I don't know if I
in
could sit
the
this. I
other,
probably
like,
just have to shoot it.
you know, Mario Puzo's books, like, are they
Mario Puzo wrote these books over here.
right? But
The only one he wrote up here was the Sicilian.
the Godfather storyline.
The Last Dawn.
Is it kind of like that, where he puts in these weird ass stories? Like,
No, because this is more. These guys wrote more modern times. Like these are more modern writers. These aren't like people from the time.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
These aren't contemporaries of Mario Puzo. These are guys like us.
No, I'm saying Mario Puzo's works though.
Does the Corone family have something
Does
to
he
do
do
with
that
the
in
real
all of his-
monsters?
Yeah.
He does. He does talk about sleazy things a lot. Yeah, it's because like look at them. They're all like mafia shit. But it's not all Corleone stuff.
So the Corone
Okay.
thing is that a real mobster family or
No.
is this just a name?
It's a real city or a town in Italy. It's like a cliffside city, and Corleone it roughly translates to Lionheart. Leone is of course lion,
Leon, yeah.
and Cor or Caure or whatever it said is heart. So it actually kind of roughly translates to Lionheart. Yeah,
But was it a story about like an actual mob team or
these aren't real people. This
it's just
this
all
is
made up.
dude. I'm
I
telling
don't know
you, this is
if this
like
is true, but like apparently Mario Puzo grew up in an area where there was influence of the mob, so that's why he was. I don't think he knew to the full extent of like how he wrote it, but I think he was maybe somewhat inspired by it.
Familiar with mob
inspired.
life and
Right. He kind of understood maybe the hierarchies, or maybe just saw some, guys or heard things. Of course,
Because this is like one of the first mobster movies, or there's one before this, book.
Dude, they've been making. There's gangster movies that go back to the 30s. This isn't new.
Well, no, you're
This
saying
is-
book or movie?
Book. I'm sorry.
I don't know.
Or is
I don't think I ever read a mob book from the 30s. But they have. This is.
I feel
said
like
this
this
is Pulp Fiction before. This is
Italian mob, yes, because I feel like all the old movies were like, bootleggers and like gangsters,
Yeah.
and like Capone,
Yeah.
and like Capone was the closest thing to like an Italian mobster that they even like portrayed. But
Oh, that's true.
wasn't he Irish Italian? Capone,
I don't know.
yeah, I think Capone was
I don't know.
Irish Italian.
But yeah, it doesn't feel realistic kind of at all, and that's kind of what Francis Coppola made it kind of seem a little bit, because I'm not even talking about like the violence
He
or
made it seem that it was or wasn't.
that he made it seem more realistic.
Yeah.
Watch the
definitely.
movie. You know how you said it almost feels like a documentary in a way?
Yeah.
Or there's something about it that has a realistic aspect. It's not. This stuff is grandiose. This is opera. This is elevated. This isn't really how any of this goes, right?
Yeah.
But the stuff in the movie that makes it seem grounded is things like the children running in.
Yes.
Like
Crying.
they're having the Luca Brasi, the crying.
The cry, it's beautiful.
Yeah, and you go, that's how, like, that when Sonny answers the phone after his dad got shot or whatever, and Salazzo's like, or no, he goes, they just kidnapped Tom. And he's like, hey, Tom's going to be released and whatever. And he grabs a pen and a pencil and he writes it on the cabinet.
The cabinet, yeah.
And you
That's
go, yeah,
real
because that's real life. Because you're just going, what the fuck? I just got to write it down. So he just does it. And, the wife walks up and the baby's crying. And he goes like this. Like, get it out of here.
Yeah.
And she just does it because she knows, like, oh, fuck. Like,
Serious.
Movies don't do that anymore.
yeah. So
Movies don't,
there's scenes that are interrupted by children screaming, by things happening. And it's like the waiter walking up.
Well, I think they're trying to be too, like, blatant with these subtle messages that in the movie, and I guess with this film, I won't say like generally in like older films, but I guess in this film, it's more subtle with those subtle notes. And nowadays they're like, oh, did you get it? Oh, I don't know. It was almost front and fucking center for everyone to
Right,
see.
exactly.
Did I get it? Yeah, I did. It's just like,
Right.
but those little things are paying really like to the book. And even without reading the book, which would give more context, I think like just seeing those little things, you can insinuate stuff and kind of rewatching the movie, like read those little, physical interactions or like.
Right. I think in movies it's all about how to make things super dramatic, and that's a good thing for all films. But there's also, you need to put yourself grounded in that there's very little minute things that you can do in the film, like having a baby crying.
Mm-hmm.
Like everything's like has to be perfect in film, but almost those imperfect, things about a movie is what makes it that much better. That makes it that much more
much more
believable.
real. Yeah, more. Yeah.
That baby crying again, when Vito's wife, the grandma, Connie calls her mom after she gets beat up by her husband.
Right.
And she has a crying baby in her hand, and she answers the phone. The most realistic thing in that movie was what that woman did. The actress that played Vito's wife, she's like, she hands the phone to somebody else, and she goes, I don't know, I can't fucking understand her. She, you know what I mean? But the way she did it, I was like, oh my god, like I've seen my mom do that.
Real realistic.
Like,
Very realistic.
yeah, I was like, I've seen that woman. That's a
That movie
real
is so
woman.
good.
She was honestly one of the best actresses in
Yeah,
it.
she was great.
Like, yeah, I
The
agree
wedding
with you
scene?
that.
Yeah.
And in the wedding, even when she's like singing.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
It's so like
She's like, oh, don't bother me.
Yeah, I
but
don't
then
wanna-
she goes
I don't
up there and
wanna
she has a
do
good
it,
time.
yeah,
I can
yeah.
see your mom doing that. Yeah.
And like it doesn't. You literally feel like you're watching somebody's
A
wedding.
real family.
A real fucking
Yeah.
wedding. Like it's just crazy the way
Yeah.
it was done, man. Oh,
And
it's-
even though it
The
is
movie's great. I love the movie.
elevated
It's serious.
opera, almost like a
I just
surreal
love
idea.
Dean so much, bro. When he takes over, I was like, oh hell yeah.
Yeah, the immigrant America. This is America. This
Yeah.
movie is America.
Yeah.
Is there a more American movie than this? Not jokes. I know you were about to say some fucking
Top Gun.
Yeah, he was gonna do it. I know you.
Yeah, you're about to.
He's gonna be
Top
like,
Gun.
you don't think Top Gun's the best movie? No, realistically, like
Pearl Harbor.
I was gonna say Lonesome Dove.
oh no, you should. I should let you say it. I would have been like, maybe. I would have been like,
Ain't nothing
maybe.
more American.
Ain't nothing more American than Gus.
Right?
This movie's so American. They had to get Gus from Lonesome Dove.
You had to come in and just finish it.
They had to bring it home. This movie is America, dude. What's the first line in this movie? Did you catch it? Do you remember?
I believe in America.
I believe in America.
Yeah, I think it's in the book. Is it the first line in the book?
I don't think so.
No, they really
That'd
made
be
America
sweet.
in the book. But the movie.
The movie better say America.
There's a blurb at the bottom. It says, "Behind every great fortune, there is a crime."
Kind of alluding to what you're saying, that every aspect.
Oh no! It starts off with him being at the courthouse and watching them get let go, and then later on he meets the Don. The way this movie opens up though is the right way to do it, where it zooms in on him and he's like, you don't know what's going on.
Yes, you're like so confused.
Yeah, imagine watching this movie for the first time now as an adult and seeing like this man. He's like, I believe in America. It made my fortune. You know, and then he tells a story about how they found a boyfriend, they made her drink whiskey, they beat her up, and they let him go. Because they're connected somehow.
It's a tragedy, bro, just like you said.
It's a tragedy. And now you see why these guys go to somebody like Don Corleone.
Yeah.
It's such, oh man, dude. That whole wedding scene is super iconic.
I like the wedding scene too.
I mean, before I actually read the book, I did think that The Godfather wasn't that great, to be quite honest.
That's crazy.
Because that dude, it was so long.
It's long.
It was so long, and I don't think
this podcast is going to be long.
Yes. I just didn't think I matured enough to be at the point where it's like, I could see those little details and appreciate those little things about the film, But as I got older, had kids and have a wife and have friendships, it means much more than through those lenses as opposed to being a kid, So,
no, I think maturing is valuable to viewing this movie. I think watching it as kids, we don't get it.
No, like you said, like when you're younger, you look at the violence. You don't even look at the
family
the family like model of
I just want to be
the abuse and
the politics.
Any of that. Like you don't pay attention to any of that. You're more into like, oh, revenge of the killing. Yeah,
you think it's badass that Michael does that, and now I'm like, I find it tragic now. I go, God damn, dude, you were so close. You were so close. You could have just avoided this completely.
And it's crazy because he really wanted no part of it, and they mentioned a lot in the book and the movie that he's similar. Well, actually, I don't think they mentioned it all in the movie, but in the book they talk about how Michael closely resembles Vito a lot, but he's a much more colder, brass, tenacious person.
Vito?
When he goes to Italian, you kind of see that. When he goes to Italy.
Yeah, kind of like what Brenda was saying about it. Just like that was the last straw.
Yeah, like he's like.
Oh, when he accidentally pisses off Apollonia's father.
Yeah.
He's like, no, get him.
Get him out.
Yeah.
Get him out, like.
That was definitely Vito. Like I saw a lot of Vito.
Just to be like, dude, I'm untouchable.
Right. Yeah,
but then he's not an asshole to the guy.
No,
he's like, hey,
Well, I mean, he threatens him.
Well, yes, but also that's how it works in Sicily. That's why Vito's not. That's why what's his name? Vitali. What's his name? He's like, oh, my name is Vitali, or whatever his name is. The dad of Apollonia's father.
Okay, I don't remember.
He doesn't. He just accepts it as the part of how that life works.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, come by my house.
Yeah.
Come by Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't go like, what the fuck? You want to date my daughter? You're telling me you're hiding out from America in Sicily? That's a red flag if I ever heard one.
In Sicily, they're like, oh shit, you're connected. Okay,
come meet my daughter. Come meet my daughter.
That means someone got you over here. Fuck.
But that's how they did things there.
Yeah.
Man, dude.
And he gave him a good information too. Like I was like, look, I'm giving you valuable information. You can use it however.
Well,
you want.
that was his That was Vito.
Because that's how he threatened him.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, I'm giving you information. There's a lot of people who pay for that.
Yeah.
But your wife would be without a father.
Your daughter.
You lose a father instead of gaining a
Instead of
husband.
gaining a husband.
Yeah.
Basically saying that if you were to say something, you would die.
Yeah.
And if not, you're going to be married into
And
the family.
he's like,
yeah.
God damn, she had to wear that purple ribbon in her hair.
But dude, yeah, he's totally Vito in that moment, right? But
Oh man.
I don't think Vito would make the same decisions that he made. Maybe I'm wrong.
I think young in the second one, when you see him young, but when we're seeing Vito, he's already given up power to Sonny. He's an older man.
Yes,
he's
exactly.
stepping away. He has to step back in when his son gets killed.
Even the other people knew
just
he
to
was
like
getting
make
weak.
a negotiation.
Yeah, Sollozzo says the Don was slipping.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was getting weak.
And
Everybody
he even kind of
was-
still slipping, like, because he even goes and he makes a peace with Tattaglia.
I think if there had not been that personal aspect of Santino's father getting attacked, Santino would have had a much better shot. I think he was given a bad shot. I think if they could redo Santino's a lot. Maybe it's the book, because Jimmy Can plays him as just like this raging kind of person. But like in the book, he's not. He does that a little bit, but it's not like his main character thing.
Yeah.
He's dealing with a tough situation, you know, and he's like, he's trying to balance, how do I not look weak from even my guys that they attack my father and my own personal feelings about it, but also like keep this thing we got going okay. That's a hard line to walk.
I think him also being the oldest son is...
Because if Santino had been in charge when that meeting happened, his father would have been fine. He would have been like, we're going to give you the $2 million. We're going to be in the we're in the drug business now.
Yeah.
We'll make it work.
We'll make it work.
Yeah.
Sorry, I cut you off.
It's okay. I was just gonna say that I think Sonny, one of the main reasons why he is, this kind of boisterous, really
aggressive,
aggressive guy is that maybe he is the oldest, and so like I think maybe he early on he grew up in this. And so, like, Vito didn't grow up in that, right? So the fact that Sonny just grew up in this, he's the oldest son. He's always seen his father in this position that he's in. He's been this way because of that. And so that's why Michael, I think he's the youngest.
Yeah, Michael's been, like, sheltered.
I think is Connie the youngest? It doesn't matter, but he's the youngest of the boys.
Yeah,
right.
He's the youngest of the boys.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
the youngest of the ones that matter.
You can't, because it's not called Godmother. This is a movie for men also. All the women that have watched this in my family love this movie. I'm not saying this is like a slight on women.
Oh, my mom loves the movie.
Yeah. But like, I don't know that many men that don't like this movie. Or that even haven't seen it. Like, most of us have gone through the trial of seeing this. Like, this is part of growing up for us as American men.
So when I saw, remember the game, the
right?
Mafia?
We all see. Who do you know that hasn't seen this?
I don't know.
I started playing that game a lot. And just
what game?
The Mafia, I think it was called.
You played Mafia?
Yeah, you go around, kind of reminds me of like Corleone, the family, and like you're in New York.
So is there a video game about the
There
Godfather?
is a Godfather video game.
Yeah, there is.
Because I was doing some research and I was lost. I didn't really know
it was on one of the PlayStations.
how Bruno died. How Bruno Tattaglia. I didn't know how he died, so I looked up, hey, how does Bruno Tattaglia die? And then I saw all these videos about a video game.
Oh, he gets killed.
There's like a
in
mission
the
on the
game?
side that explains how Bruno Tattaglia.
Yes, there's like a side mission of
It's
Bruno
like he
Tattaglia.
murked like 80 guys.
Yeah.
Because it's like a Grand Theft Auto game.
Right.
Yeah, it's like Grand Theft.
Oh, speaking of Bruno Tattaglia, one of my favorite little scenes is when Luca Brazzi's in that
Yes.
that bar.
That's one of my
And
favorite
he
scenes.
lights a cigarette for him. He lights it and he kind of looks up and he kind of reverts back down. I don't know why I love that little just...
Because he knows the guy's creeping on him?
Right. Oh, I love that.
Did you notice one of my favorite goofs is that Sollozzo stabs his hand, but then the next shot the knife is in the wrong hand.
No.
Yeah, he stabs Luca Brazzi's left hand,
right.
Yeah, left hand, yeah.
but then when he falls down, it's in his right.
You're right.
That's crazy.
Because
Yeah.
he puts his... Yeah.
And there's another clever little like visual thing happening with that scene is Luca Brazzi when he's walking up to that bar, all the stools are flipped over and everything. If you want some of mine, you can have some of there's on the glass of the restaurant, there's a fish. There's like an embossed like gold leaf fish on the window.
Wait. Where?
Of the bar that he gets killed
When he
in.
walks into the bar with the...
And then later they go, Luca Brasi sleeps with the fishes.
yeah.
And you cannot convince me that was not intentional. Because you'd be... No, I know you always do that where you go, maybe it's just... No. Every single movie, they painstakingly design these sets.
True, yeah. They're like, yeah, put a fish on there.
Yeah. Or they picked a place that already had it.
Right.
Maybe it was like a Chinese restaurant or something.
I just know never get in the car.
No, I mean...
in the passenger seat with people behind you. You're going to get choked out. Shoot. I would have... Right away with the brother-in-law or the he should have known.
Yeah, dude.
He should have
Somebody's
known.
in the back seat.
Yeah, someone in the back seat. Fuck,
It's like,
I'm going to get murdered.
I'm going to sit in the back seat.
Yeah.
Bro, he's kicking out the entire window when he's
Oh
like,
yeah,
Yeah.
that's a great scene too. There's a deleted scene of this that of the non-main characters, my favorite character in this is Clemenza. I smile every time Clemenza's on the screen. He is just so charisma, right? But there's the dancing and come make some sauce. Just he's great.
is he one of the only characters that doesn't get killed?
Yeah, well, yeah. He's at the end. Yeah. There's a couple things with him. There's the cannoli scene.
He is.
The cannoli scene.
Mm-hmm.
Leave the gun, take the cannoli. That's classic.
Yeah.
Did you guys notice that the Statue of Liberty is in the back?
Oh, yeah. Gorgeous.
A lot of people don't catch that.
Oh, I think it's a gorgeous scene.
It's in the back. You hear the seagulls
In
and you see
the like
Statue of Liberty.
field.
In the
like,
field where he's taking a
yeah.
piss.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Going back to the
Clemenza.
American. This is
The
an
American.
movie.
This is an American story.
Yeah.
Yeah, Clemenza is my favorite character in this. Now, the deleted scene of his is he's running with Polly, who he knows he's going to murder at some point before the cannoli scene.
Yeah.
And he is making them drive around because they're going to the mattresses. They're preparing for war.
Yeah.
So they got to find apartments, right? So there's this scene where he's like, I got to make a phone call or whatever. Polly's driving. So he gets out. He just goes into a restaurant and just eats a meal by himself.
Oh, that's in the book.
Right, but it's not.
Oh, but it's a deleted scene.
I think they filmed it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and he eats a whole meal by himself.
Clemenza?
Yeah.
And then they murder...
Because he's acting like, I gotta go take a phone call, and then he goes back to the car and he's like, he wouldn't stop jabbing my ear off because he was just making Polly wait in the car while he enjoyed a meal.
And he was like, I'm gonna get something to eat before I go kill this guy.
Before we pick up some cannoli.
Some dessert.
That was his wife who wanted the cannoli.
Yeah, she goes, get the cannoli. He's
I'm
like,
gonna get
okay.
the cannoli.
That would have been a cool, I would have liked to have seen
Yeah,
that.
that
It's funny. It's a very
funny.
Clemenza thing
Oh, big time.
to just be flippant
On
to
the
somebody.
way to kill
Oh,
somebody.
Polly, you won't see him no more.
Hey, Paulie, I'm on the way to kill some guy. I'm gonna stop and eat something.
yeah. Oh, I heard about
Dude,
this new
wow.
place that opened up on the west side.
Sorry, bro. You're Clemenza, man.
That's okay, it's fine. How come I can't be...
You can be Michael, too.
You can't be Michael.
It's like,
You don't.
can't.
You don't have the Michael.
I can
Nah.
be Michael.
I'm probably Tom Hagen, honestly.
Nah,
you kind of...
You're like, what? You're gonna tell me I'm fucking Fredo?
Yeah.
Nah, I think you kind of boiled
No, I'm
between,
Tessio.
Sonny.
No, I'm Tessio.
Give me more of a Mo Green.
Yeah, I'm Mo Green. You slapped my brother around? Yeah, he was banging cocktail raising actresses
Two at a time.
And you go,
Oh my
think
God.
of that actor, fucking hot waitresses, 2 at a time.
Yeah.
You go, he was doing that?
That
I
actor.
know, right?
He was doing that.
Fredo did that?
Fredo? Maybe Fredo in the book, not this Fredo.
Fredo in the book for sure would do that.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely.
Fredo, I'm telling you, Fredo got a bad shot in the movies, and then they did interesting things with him later on in the series, but they made him look very Weasley
Yeah,
in the
they
movie.
did.
When in the book he's not like that. Yeah, I love Clemenza, man.
And he's the middle
Oh,
child,
Jesus,
right?
yes.
He's the
The middle son.
brother, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Sonny's the oldest.
Sonny, Fredo, and Michael.
Michael's the baby.
Yeah.
Well,
Did we reach the end, you guys? I think we've been here for a couple hours now. Yes.
All right, I think that wraps up The Godfather. This was a big one that we were really excited for. I'm glad you guys stuck out to the end. Stay tuned. We are going to be doing Rocky next.
Hell
Yeah. So that's going to be a lot of fun. If you haven't seen the movie, get on it quick so that you guys can be up to date on the film and all of the storylines and plots. We're definitely going to go over it and have a great time. See you guys then.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
See ya.